Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MCK Global. We are 2 days away from one of the biggest fights of the year. Daniel Dubois meets Joe Joyce. With me, I've got Team Joyce. Of course, Ismael Salas isn't here. Unfortunately, tested positive for COVID-19. So you'll be heading up the corner, Stephen, on fight night. Is that correct?
That is correct, yeah. Quite a last-minute change of circumstances, but, you know, we're prepared for it. We just adapt to it, and we're going to carry on as planned.
You've been working with Joe for ages. How long have you been with Joe?
I'm not sure. I mean, I was with him when he turned over with Haymaker, so I think his first couple of fights. Then I've just done bits on and off with him here and there. I was in the corner with him for Stavern, and obviously last fight with Michael Wallish, and now this one. So yeah, I've been around him for a long enough period of time. I think, you know, with Salas dropping out, everybody's going to be like, oh, but Salas is coach, but Joe's very used to having my voice in the corner. Even when Salas is here, you know, I'm giving my opinion, Salas is giving his opinion. So he's used to doing pads with me. I'm used to imitating Salas's kind of style on the pads. And yeah, Joe's very used to my voice. Obviously, I took the last fight, so he's aware of how I communicate with him and the type of instruction that I gave him. So it's no real big change, to be honest. Like, it's unfortunate, and obviously we wouldn't have asked for it in an optimal situation, but it is what it is.
And how long have you done with Joe for this camp? Throughout the whole camp, yeah?
The whole camp, yeah. The whole camp. Actually a little bit before the camp as well, so we were doing some stuff pre the actual fight being announced, so maybe 14 weeks, something like that.
So what are your roles in Team Joyce?
I'm number 2. Steve's number 2 now, so I've worked with Steve now for the past 2 fights with Joe, and now helping him for this one.
Okay. And Cam, obviously S&C guy for Joe?
Do Joe's S&C, yep.
So tell me about his shape. A lot of people are talking about, we saw that image on social media, which looked like it had been taken from like an 1880 camera, but you could see Joe was in fantastic shape. And we saw that today, yeah. Just talk to me about his transition since the Wallish fight to this fight.
We know that when Joe comes around to fight night, he always does get in relatively good shape. Previous, obviously, with what's going on in the world right now, back in July, he only had a 3.5-week camp to prepare for that. He was ticking over, but not ticking over in a fight camp. Joe got the call to fight in 3.5 weeks, and Joe accepted. So we had to work with what we had, and Joe went in there and, lucky enough, done a good performance, got a win, got the stoppage, and now we've built since July.
I believe Jimmy Tibbs will be coming into the corner as well.
Yeah, he's coming in, yeah, doing the cuts.
So Joyce is in safe hands.
Oh yes, very much so.
In terms of the fight itself, Stephen, obviously you've got your Team Joyce hat on, etc., but try and keep it as neutral as possible. How do you think this plays out?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, obviously we have an idea of what we're going to do, but we don't know. Look, everyone's Dubois early or Joyce late. It might not go that way, and we don't know until we get in there. I'm not really trying to put a prediction on how the fight's going to go, because, you know, we could get in there and Daniel could maybe try and go on the back foot. Who knows? Like Frampton against Santa Cruz too. Everyone expects Santa Cruz. He comes forward. He stood off, and, you know, maybe Daniel will try and make another an adaptation like that and try and walk Joe onto a shot. That could happen, but we don't know until the bell rings. So until that point, I'm just waiting to see what happens, and then we'll adapt as the fight goes.
Talking point is the bookmakers' odds. They've got Joe 3-1 against. I think some bookmakers have got 4-1 against. Surprised at that? Very
much so, yeah. Can't believe the odds. Can't believe them. But that makes it exciting, doesn't it? We'll show.
Joe said to the fans today on camera that, yeah, lump on me and pay for your Christmases.
He's going to have a great Christmas if I bets on Joe, yeah.
Well, listen, good to catch up with Team Joyce 2 days out from fight night. Wish you the best of luck going into Saturday, and I'm sure we'll catch your word soon, all right? Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.